How to write a learning outcome part 2. So this video is going to go deeper into the process of writing a learning outcome. So most of us have heard the term learning objective or goals or just objective. So why the term learning outcome? Well, the goal of learning outcome is to be very, very specific and very, very clear as to what our students' customer audience will learn as a result of this specific lesson. This is important because the more specific we are and the more very, very clear that we are, then it shows students that they are going to get these kinds of results. And this is important because with online courses, a lot of times the lessons and direction of why they're learning this lesson is vague. So by making sure that the learning outcome is specific in terms of the knowledge, skills, and ability, you will definitely help your students and see a lot better impact on their goals. So the way I like to think of it is a learning outcome is broken into 3 parts. We have the knowledge, we have the skills, and then we have the ability. And this is great because when we break it out into these 3 parts, it's easier and faster for our brains to comprehend. And it's also easier when we're writing the learning outcome rather than trying to write it from just, throwing a whole sentence together. We break it into parts. So the whole idea of it is to be very, very clear in 3 outcomes what students will learn in terms of application and skill. And this is sort of the idea of how to take the foundational knowledge of a lesson and translate it into something that's very specific. So I'll give you a sample outcome here. By the end of this introduction module, you'll be able to describe exactly what mindfulness is, explain the impact of mindfulness on your health, leadership, stress levels, and more, articulate the secret to lasting happiness and authentic awareness. Now, the reason why these 3 learning outcomes are effective because if someone's reading it and they say, okay, this is the first lesson, I can describe what mindfulness is. And I can definitely explain the impact of mindfulness on my own health. And I can definitely articulate the secret to lasting happiness and authentic awareness. This shows the students that, okay, these are the 3 outcomes that I will be able to master at the end of this lesson. And that way they're like, okay, they know where this is going, they know where this is headed towards, and they can be very excited to follow along to the next lessons. So this is just sort of an overview of how to write a learning outcome. I'll go into the next video into more of how this looks in terms of knowledge, skills, and ability, and how you would approach this for your online course.